What's going on, everybody? My name is Pete Spardella. I'm the Senior Associate Pastor under Dr. Andrew J. Willis at the River of Life Church in Houston, Texas. Let me tell you what this channel is going to be all about. Hopefully encouraging the other pastor. In fact, that's the name of the channel right there, T.O.P, the other pastor. My hope is to encourage and edify young aspiring preachers, staff pastors, senior associate pastors, second guys in command or second guys in charge or second people on the chain, however you want to call it, name it, or label it. Listen, Jesus said if you want to be the greatest among everybody, you got to be the servant of everybody. And he said, don't aim for being the most, aim for being the least. And so that's the type of attitude that we like to adapt and also utilize in our lives. So listen, my story is this. I didn't grow up in church. I didn't grow up in a pastor's home. I had a good father and a good mother. They were not divorced. My brother and I, we wanted for nothing. My dad was a very good man, a very hard worker, and so much of his influence in my life has made me who I am today. Unfortunately, at a very young age, I made a lot of bad decisions, got connected with the wrong people, ended up selling drugs, drinking alcohol on the regular, popping pills, chasing women. Basically, if it could be wrong with a young man, it was wrong with me all before the age of 21. But then I got saved under Dr. Andrew J. Willis's ministry at the River of Life Church on Easter Sunday, 2007, and everything changed for me forever. I have now been on staff as a pastor, initially as a youth pastor, and now as a senior associate pastor for around 15 years. Over the course of my relationship with Pastor Willis, he has been asked several times, how do I get somebody like Pete Spardella on my staff or on my inner circle? And at first, I didn't understand what that was all about because I didn't think I was that much. God has called me to be a preacher. I've been to Africa. I've been to the United Kingdom. I've been to Central America. I've been throughout the United States of America preaching the gospel. God has really used me in an insane way to me. I can't believe that he still uses me. But I was really taken aback by that question. Why are these folks that don't even really know me that well asking Dr. Willis this question? But over the course of my life and over the course of my ministry, as I got connected with other pastors, other churches, got involved in church ministry abroad, and got a little bit more engaged with some of the church politics around the ministry, not only here, but in third world countries and in the Western world, I come to discover exactly what they were talking about and why they were asking such a question, making such an inquiry. It was really quite simple. Many senior pastors don't feel like they have somebody on staff that they can trust with everything. Back in 2014, my pastor, as I've already mentioned, Dr. Andrew J. Willis, almost passed away. He had an issue with his sodium levels that led to his entire body crashing, and the doctors told him at the hospital that night that he was minutes away from dying. Throughout the course of 2014 and over the corresponding decade that has now passed since then, my senior pastor has gone through an extreme health battle. In some seasons of his ministry, he was not able to carry the River of Life Church like he felt was best. There was a lot of things he had to rely on me for, including preaching on Sunday mornings on some moments where he wasn't able to. Towards the end of that battle, he would say things like, you had the opportunity to cut my legs out from underneath me. You could have stabbed me in the back. You could have ruined the River of Life Church, but you didn't. And none of that even crossed my mind until he even brought it up to me. And with that and some of the experiences that I've had with other pastors from around the world and seeing some of the things they've been through, it struck me that the reason he said that and the reason why he took note of that is because he had seen it so often. This is a man of God who has been to countless churches throughout the entire world and has seen this played out, these scenarios played out time and again. And many senior pastors feel like they don't have somebody on staff that they could trust with that type of responsibility without that person taking the opportunity to cut their legs out from underneath them. And this really touched home for me because my pastor means a lot to me. And that relationship is very special and it is very sacred to me. And so that's the reason I'm starting this channel right now, because I want to help people understand and embrace their role as what many might call the number two, or some folks may just call the senior associate pastor, or maybe you're just an aspiring preacher that wants to get into the ministry. I believe I can help you. Aside from preaching every single Sunday at the River, my pastor takes one service, I take the other. I also lead a young preachers development program at the River, and I mentor some other preachers here and there abroad. And so hopefully I can help some young preachers through this channel. Eventually, I'm going to be launching a mentorship program that is going to be a paid service. But for now, I'm just trying to give away content for free and hopefully being a blessing to those who are aspiring to ministry. And hopefully I can help encourage you to embrace that role and understand the beauty of that role and why you shouldn't be looking at it as a stepping stone, because that's not the way the Lord intended us to look at ministry in any way. So listen, I love you. I hope I can help you. I hope I can be a blessing to you through this channel. And hopefully we'll get connected later on down the road and I can get you into the T.O.P mentorship program, because I believe that that's going to be a blessing to you. It's going to give you access to me on a more one-on-one basis and help you deal with some of the personal issues you may be having with your senior pastor or your church. And hopefully I can help you fix some of those things on your end. I can't change your senior pastor. I'm not here to run down your senior pastor. That's the furthest thing from what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help build you to become the best in that position that you can possibly be, to build up and lift up your pastor, and by way of doing so, the kingdom of God, and ultimately above everything else, just glorifying the King of Kings through that relationship. I love you. I hope that you are blessed by this channel. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments and I'll get to them hopefully in some of these episodes. But let's get right into it. T.O.P, the other pastor. Be blessed.